Double, double, toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. Hey, it's Romania Black, and I'm super excited to be Shirk today. We are on. Oh no, my hat! No! Start this shit again. Double, trouble, toil, and trouble. Start this again. Hey, everybody, it's Shirk. And we're on volume 30 of Berserk, the final volume of Deluxe Volume 10, and I'll probably keep in those other takes that I messed up on. But we are finishing out Deluxe Volume 10, and I'm really excited. And we technically have like a baker's dozen episode volumes after this. I always want to say episodes because I'm used to anime instead of manga reactions, but we basically have like a dozen or so regular volumes left of Berserk, which is crazy before we catch up with the Miura content going into Mori. So that's interesting. I'm excited. That's still a long way away. It's several months away, but it feels very weird to be at that portion of the manga at this point. And lots have happened. And right now, we're in the midst of this drama. It's like a damn soap opera telenovela where we have Farnese and her family are basically just being the most dramatic and not letting her have a damn ship. But her brother will let her have a ship if she marries his maybe boyfriend on the side so that they can cover up their relationship. And Farnese, I fully anticipate that Farnese is going to stick up for herself because we've been building up to this point. I'm like, Miura, don't let me down. We've built up Farnese from the ground up, and I've really liked the character development that she's had to build herself into, and it is very realistic. Miura does do a good job with realistic character building where it doesn't just come out of nowhere. You do have, for the most part, it does have, with many of their characters like Guts and Farnese, for example, a very slow but steady development of their character, and they go through different checkpoints where their character goes through a trial and tribulation and gets better. And I really appreciate that. So I've been disappointed that Farnese doesn't necessarily seem to have gained her voice when I was like, oh, come on, girl, you're right there. But what I think is going to happen this volume is that she is going to access the astral world, access the magic that Shirk has been building up for her to do so. And she's going to use that and also stand up to her father because her mom's such a diva. I love her, is like, girl, you can. He's kind of an idiot. And she's going to stand up to him and gain her freedom, and then that's going to lead them on. And let's be real, Serpico, he's fighting Guts because he believes that Guts and all of them are going to interrupt what Farnese wants. And I think Serpico knows deep down that this isn't what Farnese wants, but she wants to seem useful. He doesn't maybe quite grasp how the other group members believe she's useful. So Serpico is going to do whatever Farnese wants him to do. He is going to, if she wants him to go jump off a cliff, he's going to do it. He'll probably put on some bungee gear so that he can possibly save himself if she needs him. But he's going to go do this for her. Serpico is going to do whatever Farnese wants. And if he believes that what Farnese is doing right now is what she ultimately wants, he's going to defend her to make that choice. And I respect Serpico for that. It's just, dude, Guts is going to be like, we're here to help her. Come on now. You need to help her too. So I don't know. And the cover of this volume is the tiger that's from the Kushan Emperor. And I like that all the Kushan Emperor's demon forces, they're all influenced and have like the crooked smile that he has. It's a really nice artistic touch, and it makes us, the audience, know whose demon is whose. So that's fun. I do have a couple comments I want to talk about before we dive into this. One is from Year One Righty. Talks about like the different ranks if we're doing D&D of what characters would be. And I don't know. I'm not a D&D aficionado. I know different terms, but I also know that there's like two different camps of terminology for, like, there's mages and then there's wizards and then there's warriors, but then there's also fighters and barbarians. And so I'm kind of like, there's bards on one hand, there's I don't know the full like rank and file. I guess it depends on which series or which genre you're talking about, but they describe Guts as a fighter or barbarian. I see. Isidro is a thief. He's self-proclaimed at this point. Farnese they described as a cleric. All right. Serpico as a ranger. I totally see that, but now you're also making me like Serpico even more because I'm like, when I think of ranger, I think of Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, yes. So, nice. Shirk is a wizard. or mage, depending on which you look at. But I liked the point that they brought up, regardless of what you think the classifications are. I really liked their point here of saying that the current Band of the Hawk or let me get this right, the current group that's with Guts, like Band of the Hawk 2.0, the good version, are all these different classifications. They're all different types of people and party members, whereas they noted that the original Band of the Hawk with Pippin, with Judo, with Corcus, with Rickert and Casca and Guts and Griffith were all just various versions of the same class, various versions of fighters. And I thought that was a really cool point to bring out, that instead of gathering the same type of people together, it was mainly bringing in new, diverse populations into your group. And maybe Griffith is doing the same with Band of the Hawk 2.0. Sonia says that they're a diverse group of characters, so who knows? But I thought that was really interesting, so I'm glad that you pointed that out. And then Alex Cornejo, I do want to comment about Charlotte just a quick bit, because Alex Cornejo was talking about that Charlotte's best place right now might be in the mouth of the lion, that the closer she is to Griffith, the safer that she is. And I can see that because Griffith wants to become king of Midland. In order for him to become king, he has to have Charlotte, be devoted to him. If Charlotte dies, where is Griffith's claim to be king? Because Charlotte's his biggest supporter right now. So of course, using her, he could become king. And in using her, he needs to keep her alive. So that's good. And he needs to keep in her good graces, which is good too. But I wanted to make a point of this because they talked about how Ganishka, the emperor, locked her in a tower, was going to assault her for power, and then Griffith saved her. And that the situation she's in now is better than what she was in. And I do agree that she is in a better situation because Griffith is taking his time and holding his horses. But I would argue Griffith is, as far as we know, wanting to do the exact same thing as Ganishka. He's basically holding her hostage just like Ganishka was, except instead of keeping her in a tower and letting her embroidery all day, he's keeping her in a field and letting her bake cookies for him all day. It's basically the same thing. And Ganishka was going to assault her and have her bear his child for power. What the hell is Griffith going to do? Is he not going to? He assaulted her once before, before the eclipse. I am assuming he's planning on doing the exact same thing again for power. So, and a lot of people may argue that it's, consensual because she likes Griffith, but it's still freaking messed up. So I don't know. I feel like they're two sides of the same coin. They're both trying to do the exact same thing. It's just Griffith's hot and Ganishka is not. So again, it's kind of this playing on, there's a slight hypocrisy there where if people are like, oh, but Griffith's doing this. I'm like, he's doing the same thing Ganishka's doing. He's just more attractive on paper. So you're more willing to forgive him. But it's the same thing. And I think that that's something so fascinating about this is that we've established back in volume 27, both sides are evil for the same ways. and it's just one side looks glossier and shinier, so we're willing to forgive them. Whereas the other side that we can't identify as well with, we demonize. And I absolutely think that that is Miura making a statement about that. But I'm going to be interested in how it plays out because I'm like, Miura, what are we doing? What were we doing with Griffith? I don't know. And I feel like the answer to that question is a spoiler, so we just got to see. But all I'm saying is, look, I am saying prayers. I am putting everything out there. Miura, if you harm Shirk in any way, shape, or form, I am going to have problems because you let Erica go. You let Jill go. She is a child. I don't care how old she possibly is. She looks like a child. I feel like she's probably between 14 and 17, presumably, but still. Miura, don't do this. You leave her alone, I swear to you. Anyway, I've talked for almost 10 minutes, so we probably need to get started, but I've got Whiteboard Kun at the ready. I want Farnese. It would be a great way to round out our volume if Farnese spoke up, if she had some agency, and she got to speak her mind, stand up to her father, tell her brother, hey, you guys should be able to bone in freedom. You should not have to hide it using me. And just give me a ship and let's go. Let's hustle this up. I feel like this has been the long way around Miura letting us get a damn ship so we can go to Elfhelm. I'm like, Miura, how long you going to drag this out? And granted, if this is to let Farnese tap into her magic potential and give her character development, fine. I'm all for it. I'm fully convinced he just wanted to introduce the mom and have her here. But I am curious about this tiger, though, and what its plans are, because it kind of bypassed Farnese and the others. I don't know if that's because Sonia made Griffith let that happen, or if their intent all along. To me, it seems like their intent was to use a demon from the Kushan Empire to attack this venue that just happens to have all of these Midland people there. All the Midland leaders are just conveniently gathered. It seems like, to me, Sonia knew an attack was coming. She knew it was going to happen. So she's like, hey, Shirk, you need to get out of there because something's about to go down. It seems a bit conspiratorial that they basically, Sonia and Griffith and the Band of the Hawk, are letting this Kushan, they're going to let this demon come in, attack, get all of Midland's leaders riled up, and then what's going to happen? Oh, well, Griffith and his band of merry men are going to show up just at the right time to be like, oh my gosh, are you all in danger? Let's save you. And since we've saved you, you can see how horrible the Kushan Empire is. We should just all band together and destroy them, right? And then make Griffith your king, right? That's what I think is going to go down. I think that he's going to reveal that Charlotte's with him. It's going to be this big thing, and it's all going to be to persuade the masses that they should worship Griffith and just let him take over. Because right now, the leaders of Midland are all in this political crisis of not knowing what to do. And poor Owen is like, he's relying on Sir Laban. Sir Laban and Foss seem like they're figuring out some things. So I think it's a stunt, but we'll see if the others have any part in it or not. So anyway, I've talked too long. We're going to start Berserk Volume 30 here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. I do love that tiger shot. And it's eating someone's hand? Maybe? Or is that a tail? Oh, right into the character development. Right into... Oh, Roderick made it! Look at Roderick! He made it. Everybody else's seems about the same. Okay, everybody else's seems about the same. Roderick, a naval ship captain and third in line to the royal throne of Lith. Oh my God. Lith. Why during the last volume, Lith, the I was capitalized? Why? Why did you do that, formatters of the text? I thought that 11th seemed like a weird name for a country, but I was like, well, it looks like an 11. Why would you capitalize the I twice? Wouldn't that confuse your audience? And it's not a capital L, so no, it's ith. Is it lith? Y'all need to get this. I'm sure by now there's been a million comments being like, you dumb bitch, it's lith. And I'm going to be like, well, tell Dark Horse they need to get their typecast set and get their font fixed. So it's not confusing, and I can't look up how it's spelled because there'll be spoilers. So I'm just saying that as a preamble to what I feel like is going to be in the comments, but what can we do? What can we do? He is a friend of Farnese's brother and has become Farnese's fiance. Miura, friend is a soft word. The way he holds that goblet, he has been holding a few other things in between those two fingers, and I guarantee you they ain't gold. They may be worth it, though. All right. Well, here we go. I am excited to see a Guts versus Serpico battle because we've all wanted to see this for a while. Duel. But is it a bit superfluous? Of course it is. Like, we don't need to have this, but I feel like give the audience what it wants. We've waited all this long. You've waited years probably to see this. Let's go. And Miura just wants to show off, so. And it distracts our main party while things go down inside the palace. Oh my God. Okay. Oh. I do like the fact that Serpico gave up his feather duster, which would have put him at, I think, an advantage against Guts because the feather duster is like a long range attack weapon And Guts is not necessarily a long-range fighter. He has that giant slab of iron, but you could technically use it as a shield, but it's not good for like firing off missiles or things like that. So, I mean, he has the capability of using the arm, the cannon blast, but I'm just saying if Serpico had kept the Feather Duster, it would have made him be a little bit more an advantage beyond just the strategy of using the columns. So, narratively, I get why Miura did that now. That makes sense. Oh, I like him like grabbing the column and using it as leverage. Yep, because he can at least use it as a shield. Not bad for a maid. I mean, Serpico is defying some gender expectations, right? Defying gender expectations. I did want to bring this up because it came up. I was watching a video today and people, you know, because I like watching some video, people talk about like feminism and things in different contexts. And someone in that video brought up a really good point that when we think of the patriarchy, I do like to focus on the women's roles within that structure because I'm a woman, thus I have a little bit more agency with it. I'm not a man, so I can't speak for men. But this video did bring up a really good point that the patriarchal structure is kind of bad for men too. And that is something worthy of bringing out in this discussion because, like, with Ivalera calling him a maid, it seems like she's making fun of the fact that he's kind of serving Farnese and doing the duties for him. But I do think that speaks for a little bit in the patriarchal structure that Serpico kind of gets put down for the fact that he's, you know, having affections and feelings for Farnese and wants to help her. And I'm like, that's not exactly right too. So I honestly like that Serpico is dedicated to her. I like that he feels that way. I also like the way that he's illustrated with his eyes open in these shots. A good pupil he would make. Oh my God, Puck is Yoda. Serpico can do that good against Guts without the magic hood. He's using the pillars so Guts can't swing his sword. That's cheap, no. I guess it's strategy. I also like this too because Mule got onto Isidro as not being a good swordsman. And so Isidro is seeing now these two swordsmen, Guts and Serpico, fight it out and saying being a swordsman isn't just about being the strongest guy on the field like Guts. It's also about using tactics and strategy to put you at advantage against your opponents. So, as Shirk told him back, last volume, he wouldn't be forced to strike. He could use strategy to avoid and help himself rather than hurt himself. Your sword's destructive power places it beyond the classification of most swords. It could even split rock in two. But it is still a sword after all. And its extraordinary power is only exhibited when the tip reaches sufficient speed. No matter how you wield it in here, your sword is impeded by the pillars before it can reach such a velocity. To say nothing of your still wounded body. Oh, damn. Even so, you can smash through multiple reinforced stone pillars. Ooh. And my thin sword cannot pierce that armor. The places I can target are limited. I cannot evade such a threat forever. Oof. And you can kind of see his hands struggling there. Here comes his thrust, as I anticipated. That's his only option here. If I can just evade this. Oh, here. Oh, yep. And he's struck down right there. Yep. To move. Oh, okay. To get out of the way. He switched his grip. He read me. Yeah, yep. He knew you were going to strike the hand where that opening was, and he switched to the metal hand. Nice. Oh, Guts. But that killing intent, he's biting his lip because that demon wants to come out. I like that it's just barely there. It's just sneaking in. It's like, hey, you want me to kill him? And it's like, no. Shirk, why must they do this? I love her grabbing Casca's hand as she says this. I agree, Shirk. It's like, do we really need to do this right now? It's cool, but is it necessary? He's truly strong, unbelievably so. I'm a man generally disassociated from such intense emotion. Oh. I adapt to my circumstances and fill the role that I'm given. That is my style. Even in situations that seem more or less unreasonable, my mind was at rest. Honestly, I do see why Miura is doing this fight, though, in all seriousness. because we need to, this is like, this whole arc is Farnese and Serpico's arc. Serpico and Farnese are really, really similar because they both have been assigned roles to fill and they both have been doing it. And you have Farnese, who's just done whatever her father's told her to and tried to adapt to the situation for society so that she can fit in. And you can see that she doesn't fit in, but she's trying to fit a square, peg into a circle hole. And Serpico's kind of the same way. And a part of me wants Serpico to be like Farnese by the end of this volume, to be like, Farnese, I love you. And I'm not just gonna be your servant. I want to be your protector. I want to, be alongside you. I want to be your lover, even though like we're siblings, but I don't know. I want Serpico to not feel like he has to follow her, but that he wants to, right? And if he's happy doing this, adapt, no. Perhaps my mind was merely benumbed. But as I encountered you and shared in your journey, it would seem that not only Lady Farnese, but I too changed considerably. Yes, yeah, especially during that like swamp battle. You clash head on with your own destiny. Compared to my cool demeanor, that is a life similar to being scorched by hellfire itself. Oh yeah, the cool versus hot comparison. Well, I arrayed myself in feigned ignorance. Perhaps before I knew it, I too was affected by the heat. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea that both Serpico and Farnese have been influenced by Guts. Everybody's again, you talk about Griffith and Guts being, two sides of a coin. They both influence people, right? You are certainly a man impossible to ignore. I felt ineffectual yet happy that Lady Farnese was being changed by you. And that's why I'll never allow it. I won't allow that to happen. Oh, that's why he is afraid that at some point traveling with them, that's why he's allowed her to go through this. He knows that it's not necessarily good for her, and he knows that she doesn't like it, but he's like, you're dangerous. He's like, Guts, you are dangerous. Again, Guts and Griffith, the two of them. I love this double spread, by the way. This whole double, it's not a double spread, but these two pages together are great. Yeah, so you have the idea that you have Griffith and you have Guts, right? And obviously we know the differences between them, but the fact is that they are both influential to get people to follow them, right? But we've seen with Griffith, the Band of the Hawk, the result of that was the eclipse and death. Like the original Band of the Hawk, they followed Griffith to the end of their own lives. And, possibly we have, the Band of the Hawk 2.0 who are going off to war and possibly death as well, right? So it's just a repeat. But then you have Guts, who didn't necessarily cause the death of all the people around him through the eclipse, but the Berserker armor does put you in danger being around him. Being like, if you stick around him, as we saw in the last battle, if he loses control, if it wasn't for the baby maybe or Shirk, they would have died. So now it's like, Serpico does not want to put Farnese in harm's way. And he knows if we stay with Guts and Guts loses control, or if something happens to Shirk and he loses control, I can't stop him. Serpico's like, I can't stop him and he could kill Farnese. And I would rather her be unhappy but away from that danger and safe than her being free and potentially dying. Yep. Serpico. What does it say? Uh-oh. What's his height in inches? Oh my God. I love Puck as the Undertaker from WWE. Like, that's so funny. Serpico's in. There's no pillars near him. I can continue to evade no longer. This is the final one. Oh, shit. Oh, well, are all these pillars is everything gonna collapse on them? Because, yeah, Because, yep, and now he's waiting for it. Oh my god. But Guts could use the sword to block the stones falling. Is Serpico going to use that moment to try to attack him through the armor? Oh my god. Oh, shit. Oh. But he cut the rock that was going to land on him. Suzerain of the religious domain. What poetry are we using, Miura? Oh. Yeah, he basically blocked it so that he wouldn't be killed. I like that he had on the ends of his boots the knives. Yeah, and Guts is like, saved you. Oh, he's alive! I never thought you'd use the crumbling pillar against me. Did you read my intent? No. It happened by chance. Okay, there are other pillars still stable. They didn't destroy all of them, so it's not going to collapse down on them. Then once again, with you and your reflexes, your head's bleeding. Let me take a look. You had to go through and make my job harder. Okay, good. She's healing him. Serpico, I will never let anything like that happen. Never. So, what's wrong, Shirk? You made her cry. Guts, when you see Farnese, then what do you intend to do? I don't know. But I'll see her, that's for sure. I like the Guts is like, I'm going in. I just got a hunch. I'm more of an intuitive guy. I'm not... Again, there are differences between him and Griffith. Griffith would have a plan already mapped out. He's got 5 stages already divided. He already knows what phase is leading to what phase. You know, being the organizer and strategist that he is. And Guts is like, I'm just going to go in and talk to her. Let her figure it out for herself. Oh my god. You really do tend to play it by ear. Yes, this is very true. So let's get going. We're in a hurry. Was that for real just now? Were you two fighting for real? Yeah. He's like, yes, we were. Yeah, but at the end you must... That was luck. He's not so weak that I can go easy on him. Are you all right? I can hear bells ringing in my head. Oh, Casca's like... ah. That's what being a swordsman's like. And that goes back to Mule talking about him. You can't just hold back if you're a swordsman because you might die. Cold is the way of the sword, yes. You die and no one cares. We were definitely serious. But Guts had agreed to a tacit condition. Condition? I challenged him to a duel by the sword, and despite the disadvantages he may have had, he would answer by the sword. Maybe he could be deemed honest to a fault in swearing not to use projectiles. There we go. Much less that cannon. Well, for my part, I did take advantage of that. And more than anything, he did not unleash the power of his armor. Perhaps I simply lacked the power to drive Guts that far. Or else... If that was the case, I suppose I'll wager on your unyielding spirit. So yeah, I'm glad that Serpico brings this up. He's like, look, Isidro, don't get this wrong. We were playing fair. We agreed on terms. That it was a duel and that we just use swords. He's like, in other fights against demons and such, that would not be the case. So don't confuse the two. That monster's got me worried. Right? Don't linger, I'll leave you. Okay. Monster. It's apparently akin to the familiars that attacked us at the shore, and it's infiltrated this palace at the shore. I don't know why, though. I can think of a reason. I killed some spellcasters at the shore, the ones who were controlling the familiars. They were unmistakably Kushan. Maybe that attack has something to do with the war in progress. If the Kushan are thusly using spellcasters as scouts or as a vanguard, if so, there's just one answer. Pretty soon, this city's gonna be a battlefield. Get away from the city as soon as you can. Yep, it's all adding up. It's all coming together. If you say that a monster is the Kushan's vanguard, I dare say it's headed where the most important people are gathered. Oh yeah, this is all an inside job. For sure. For sure. Farnese is in danger. Oh my god, and of course that gets Serpico like, bam, done. Totally on board with it. Let's go. I'll guide you there. Well, then, Serpico, if you're gonna help us out here, I would suggest you take these. Oh. Oh, they came to him on their own. Oh. It seems the sylphs wish to return to their owner. Talk about attachment. Oh, that's so cute. Give Farnese her stuff back too. Yes. Yes. All right, here we go. I want this to be Farnese's finest hour. I really do, amidst all the terror. Holder of the honorable title of Master of Scales. Ooh. The third generation head of the Vandimion family, Lord Federico do Vandimion, has arrived. That's Federico do Vandimion, the head of the great Vandimion family, foremost in the world. They say that from Tudor on down, hardly any of the great powers can now wage war without Vandiminian financial banking. So are they just basically, in Game of Thrones, would they basically be the, their representation is green as well. High castles, is that right? It isn't just nations, the financial, oh my God, is the mom like Lady Olenna? Yes, please. It isn't just the nations. The financial administration of even the Holy See is managed single-handedly by the Vandimion Bank. He is surely the most influential person in the Holy See domain. Talk about presence. Gaston. Oh, he's so cute. Serpico. Yeah, where is your dashing bow? Supreme consuls, and city administrators of Virchanis, I am honored that you've accepted my invitation this evening. Tomorrow will surely see the start of the Holy War, one involving a military host unprecedented even in the history of the Holy See's domain. You dignitaries from myriad nations must feel akin to mighty heroes. However, this is your last banquet before departing for the front, or your last banquet in general. So let us discuss tonight nothing so inelegant. Roderick, he said inelegant. Once Father's done speaking, we move. Oh, do you move? They move in mysterious ways. A toast in celebration of victory. Good people gathered here. Oh, we'll just get right to it. I would like to take this opportunity to announce we're gay, to impart an announcement regarding our Vandiminion family. Who's that? The third Vandiminion son. Oh, Magnifico. The third one. So that, yeah, he's the third one. Well, no wonder. Wonder he feels. See these two standing there? Third in line to the royal throne of Ith. Roderick of Staffelin, and my sis, Serpico. She's like, forget this guy, where's Serpico? Magnifico. Oh, Father. Roderick's like, shit. Roderick, why didn't you do your job? Why didn't you keep her standing there? Roderick, you fool. What's this all about? Well, you see. Oh no! Oh my God. And then right on cue, the fog rolls in. Oh, the chapter's titled Enchanted Tiger. Hell yes it is. Oh my God. Oh, a gust broke the window. Man, Magnifico, you and Roderick had some pretty damn good timing because things were about to go awry for you all. What's going on? I love how extreme the faces of like Roderick and them are drawn. Like their faces are so exaggerated and extreme. Waiter, fetch a light. People were injured. Blood, my forehead's cut. Well, if you have a cut on your forehead, it's going to bleed massively. So they got off pretty lucky, I'd say, in comparison. Oh, but no, not really. Oh, shit. Oh, what was that? Oh, good people, I've brought a light. Oh, Sir Owen! Oh my gosh. This honestly has a very Black Butler and Moriarty the Patriot vibe to it. If we're talking about modern anime. Oh my God. Well, there went an eyeball. 2 eyeballs, in fact. Oh my God. Oh! 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 That is some bitchin'. Oh, it's part of an intestine. That's what the cover was. Oh, this bitchin' giant tiger. Okay. I've been talking about like my favorite demon designs, demon monster designs. I don't know. I like big fluffy cats. This one might be one of my favorites. And the ears are all like marled and mangled. I kind of am all for this. But that illustration, the lighting of that, I think we should take a moment and appreciate the use of lighting that Miura does against because Miura likes himself some ink. He likes slaughtering the page with ink. And I think it takes a lot of talent to know exactly where lights hit objects, because if you don't know exactly the light source, it can be hard to determine shadows when you draw. And so it's like it just adds so much drama to that page. That's so cool. Yeah, there we go. It was intestines. Oh my God. Yeah, monster. Yes. What is that beast? Oh, well, what do you think? Oh my God, look at its face. Hello Kitty be damned. Yeah. Oh my God. Off with her head. It's like heads will roll. Just starts playing in the background. Oh my God. It looks so happy. It's like Tony the Tiger on meth. What is going on? To the exit. To the windows. To the walls. I'm in a very musical mood today. Oh my God. Oh! Oh no! Shit! Miura! Miura! Is it a lion? Is it a tiger? Is it a bear? Oh my! There's no lions or tigers that huge. I'm sure of it. That creature's connected to the astral world. Why is something like that here? Okay, Farnese, can you use your magic to stop it? You two stand back. Oh, Roderick, you gonna die. No! This should not be a bury our gaze moment. Let's not do that. A silver candelabrum. Oh. Oh, girl! Bitch, please! Yes! Get it in the eye! Yes, Farnese! Hell yes! Oh my God, that's my favorite shot of her in this whole series. Bitch, please! Yes! Girl, you just saved so much. Uh-huh. And that's what your dad is scared of. That's the Farnese that he's terrified of. Light that bitch on fire! She's like, damn it, I can't move fast in this dress. Oh. Oh, is it Serpico? Or is it Roderick saving her? Oh! 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 Look. I will accept Serpico saving her because girl was restricted by that dress. She couldn't move. She needed some assistance. That shot of Serpico, look at him. Hell yes. Oh my God. Roderick's like, that's the hot brother. My apologies. I was needed as a guide and I had to step away for a bit. Oh, who's gonna kill this tiger? I don't know. Maybe Count Chocula, aka Guts. The party's in full swing. Amazing. Amazing. Intrusion. Oh, get that big ass sword up in there. Dragon Slayer. Oh! Oh. Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. Guts, you better be careful. That mom's going to be trying to get you into her posse. Don't you worry. I love the tiger's eyes on fire there. And Roderick, I love Roderick. And the brothers are back there with like the, expression. Roderick's like, damn, where's all these hot people coming from? Oh, why does he look like, with his mouth open like that? Why does he look like, in Rocky IV, the Russian boxer? Why does he look like that? Guts, why is everyone here? I love Serpico's like, Guts. To sample the foods of the court, of course. What does that thing say? My takeout Tupperware? Oh, Puck. Looks like that critter's been sampling the guests. Well, too bad it's not a masquerade party. Show some discretion. Who are they? Who's the traveling troupe coming in? You mean that man's? He means to fight that beast? That's insane. That monster tore so many people to shreds in an instant. Can he do it all by himself? Call the guards. But look at his sword. Ridiculous. No man could wield a sword that large. The mother's like, is he compensating or is this a symbolic representation? But that sword, just maybe. And Owen's like, wow. He's like, where have I seen him before? It's been a while, but oh my God. Oh, Guts, here, kitty kitty. I've got a toy for you. Guts, so brash. Oh my God. Oh, why is it every time Miura like draws something getting sliced in half, the eyeball pops out? Maybe that's the physics of it. I've not sliced people in half, so I don't know how that works. Maybe it's just the pressure from the sword against the skull and everything, just it'll like concaving in. Well, that battle was not as long as I expected it to be. Wow. And they're like, oh, I want Guts to be like, hi, so I just killed this massive tiger demon that was going to eat you all. Can we have a ship? Can we just have a ship, please? That's all we came here for. That's all we need. It could even be like a yacht. We don't even need like a full-blown ship. Like if you've got a war yacht that you want to loan out to us, we can below deck this. We'll be fine. Well, splendid. Such splendid skill. You must be a fighter of an unknown region. He's like, not yet. It isn't over yet. Oh no! When did this become Hercules? Oh no, there's just more tigers. Oh shit. I was like, this can't be. That was the quickest battle, and we still got quite a bit of this volume left. No. Shit. Who let Barnum Bailey's out? Who got what? Where's Tiger King? Where's he at? Oh my God, there's so many we're done for, Lady Farnese. He's like, he's like, let me be your wings. He flew. Everybody, hi. Let's get, oh, Casca. Being happy to see her. That is the one thing, is if Casca does get her memories back, I don't want the memories she's made since then to be forgotten. I understand that's probably going to be a sacrifice of it, and that's going to be like the bittersweet, oh, she gets her old memories back, but she loses the new memories. That seems like that's going to be the case. But I would love it if Miura would let us have our cake and eat it too, where she could get her old memories back, but also remember how much she cares for Farnese. But I don't think Miura's going to be that nice. I don't think he's going to be that nice at all, but it's a thought. It's a hope. We'll talk later. Let's hurry up and split up. Well, now, wait a minute, please. All my relatives are here in this place. Please. Oh, come on now, Guts. That is too cold. Whatever the case, I think it would be cruel to leave this place and so many people and run. The Last Supper, eh? The Red Wedding, eh? All right, talk about charity. Shirk, if you would, I know. I've already found them. The foot of the bridge east of the palace. I'll guide you via thought transference. Well then. Serpico. I like that Guts normally would be like, okay, let's just ditch and run. But here he does listen to Farnese. And I like the Farnese, despite her father being the worst, she's like, I can't just leave and let them die. I'm like, good. And Guts has come a long way to actually accept and be like, fine, we'll just handle this, so we can do this. I will finish quickly and return. Well, this ought to get me back on my feet. I just gotta slaughter these tigers. It's fine. Oh my God. Miura. I mean, we can talk about the eyes popping out. We can talk about him basically taking a Lisa Frank marker poster and just butchering it. But can we talk real quick about, I don't know if he was using shade technology at the time. I don't know. I'm assuming this was written early 2000s. So based on what we know so far from the manga and how long it's been going on, I assume that there could be like some shading technology he was using, but I also am pretty sure that most of this were just individual line strokes. Like I think with the word bubbles, like the texture you see on the word bubbles of the walk, then you can see like, because that looks a little 3D-ish, like that's probably done with a computer and software, maybe. But I think all of this are just individual lines. I can't, from doing art myself, I can't emphasize how detailed and time consuming this would have been just for these 2 pages that are just Guts slaughtering tigers. So yeah, kudos. Wow, ooh, the rusted bird cage. Well, the rusted bird cage makes me believe that this chapter is going to be about, I'm going to adjust my camera just a wee bit, is going to be about Farnese maybe escaping the bird cage, possibly. I love the duality of the shocked people's expressions there, and then the mangled tigers who just instantly like, burp, and we're back to normal because you didn't kill us all the way. You didn't chop off our heads. I definitely feel like Isayama from Attack on Titan borrowed a lot from Berserk in terms of facial expressions, especially of crowds and masses. Because a lot of times when Isayama draws like a crowd being in panic, it looks a lot like Miura draws Berserk. Which time frame wise would make sense. Oh my god, like look at the expressions on the tigers. That is wild. Yeah. Guts. Our boy Guts, this stance. Dim thighs. I just go to town. What is this man? He killed 4 of those monsters in the blink of an eye. I must have him for my army, nay, for mine. You will not snatch him away. This is the thing, too. Guts is like, look, we ain't here to fight in a war. Sorry, bye. Oh, and Isidro throwing his little explosions. Stick to the walls and stay put if you want to live. Feels good having aristocrats dependent on me. I feel for, Isidro and his, like, background, right? Well, hello there, terrified gentlemen. This be not a charity. 3 gold coins each, if you please, money grubber. A bargain you must concede for saving your honored lives. I shall earn our ship fare. Oh my god, I feel very awkward about Puck's, is this Breakfast at Tiffany's? I don't know. I'm like, I feel a little bit uncomfortable with Puck's representation. I'm like, who are you supposed to be? I feel uncomfortable about it because I'm not the one culturally involved in this imitation, or impersonation. So are they elves? How cute. Elves? Money, money, more money. No, something doesn't seem right. An admission fee of 1 silver coin each, good people. I like that people have different reactions to the elves. Some people are like kind of freaked out by them and some people think they're cute. It seems appropriate. Oh, teacher. Oh, nice. I like that from her knapsack, she brought these like dolls that are thorn, like handcuffs. Thorn snakes. They are familiars I created. I realized after the incident at the shore that we need measures for immediately dealing with the enemies of flesh. I found some spare time in which to make them, though they are impromptu. Please hold out your hand, Farnese, and take this. Are you proposing to Farnese, Shirk? No. I'm joking. Although I do like that in her spare time she made these little voodoo doll snake thorns. They're really cute. Oh. It is a ring braided with the same vines as these little ones. With this, you are the mistress of the thorn snakes. Well, isn't that cheeky? I am. It's all right. You can handle them at your level. I still want to borrow them, but I'm their true mistress. I'll let you borrow them, but I'm their true mistress. Man, the idea of her being mistress of the thorn snakes, I kind of like it. I feel like it goes with her character. It goes with the themes of her character pretty well. I like it. Looks nice. Oh, Roderick! Oh, nasty thing. You know Farnese, do you? And he's like, take a hike! This isn't safe for amateurs. Oh my god. I can't have you saying that now. What are these things? Not in front of my beloved. Roderick, I like that Magnifico's in the background being like, now's not the time. Oh my god. And of course, yeah! Here we go, Farnese. Save that man. Yes, nice. Farnese, you did that? Please. Use silver. A silver weapon against that monster, Roderick. Silver, you said? Oh, and then he gets the candelabra. Nice. I love Farnese saving Roderick and getting to be badass. Yes, please. Nice. Meanwhile, Serpico is like, hi. So y'all are in the way and ruining our good time. So, oh, he's taking care of things on his end. Well, in that case, they're just buck-toothed kitties. Oh. What did they stop moving? They might as well be stuffed. Now they are completely bound and they'll no longer be able to move. Oh, they're not moving. Oh! Girl has a lasso. She has a thorn snake lasso now. Nice. I like that it didn't, like, the thorns didn't pierce her. Admirably done. Thanks to the snakes. My snakes. I also like that Ivalera is the creator of them too, supposedly. She likes to think she is. Teacher. Your immediate family is here. It's the aristocratic world that you know. Is this the last stop on your journey? Oh, I love how he phrased that. He's like, is this where you want to stay? No. Within this cage of stone, I finally realized this isn't the place I wish to return. It's simply where my journey began long ago. I just missed it and wanted to visit again. That's all. Ah! My hat. Farnese, girl. I love it. I love it. I love it. For her character, all of that. A proclamation of war. Well, that's all well and good, but what are we going to do now? What a tragic scene this is. It's like a battlefield. What are these beasts? That man almost slew the monsters by himself. At a glance, he seems like a mercenary, but from what army, though? Are those elves, aren't they? Well, you saw them, too. And what were those things that the lady controlled? Isn't she one of the Vandiminions? You don't suppose the Vandiminion daughter is, well, a witch? It's our high society. Looks like you're with us for good now. Magical girl Farnese. Yes! Make her a magical girl. So what now? That seems a little bit complicated. Still, though, I could tell something was up. But a witch, I never. Just what sort of journey has she been on? Oh, I love it. I love that shot of all of them together. And of course, Casca's leaning towards the magic rope. Look how much trust you put in another person. Not once did I ever see that within the mansion. Not for me, him, or your brothers. For us Vandiminions, such a thing could never exist. No one ever paid you any heed, and being raised in solitude, you won it through the power of your desire. Oh! A blessing that only a lithe soul in disregard for familiar yoke could bring about. Interesting, we talk about desire, and her desire to be useful, and it manifesting and coming true through this means. Not of the God Hand, not of Griffith, but of this. And, okay, so because she has the ring on, she can hold the rope without getting pricked, but Casca got pricked. Of course, everybody's going to show up. She's like, well, now what should we do? Say what? This is the thanks we get? Well, this is going to get complicated. Wait. Lord Vandiminion, Father, on behalf of everyone here, I must offer gratitude to you people for putting an end to this mayhem. Thank you. And everybody's like, I guess we should clap for that. Oh, they're clapping. Well, it was a big deal. Keep pouring it on. It's a standing ovation. This is embarrassing. Shirk's like, oh, God. These repulsive monstrosities this evening. It hardly seems false to me to deem these ugly creatures war beasts sent by the Kushan in a scheme to take advantage of this party and murder the personages of each nation. Hardly seems false. Well, yeah, war beasts, but such queer beasts as these. I've heard they are savages who prefer to use beasts in battle. Perhaps they were born of some secret art of crossbreeding or drug use. Oh, well, yes, that makes sense. I like that Shirk is like, is he right? It's about half right. Yeah. But Lord Vandiminion, what are your view of these things? Oh, no. of the elves and such. Also, the actions your daughter displayed, well, I find it terribly hard to say, but indeed, they could only be magic. I like that the mom is like, honey, you better solve this properly or we're going to have words. The mood seems to be one of suspicion again. What a narrow-minded crowd. Silence, everyone. That was most likely mere illusion. Illusions? Is he right? Well, well. Yes, but my lord, for it to be so clear in the public eye, and they seem to be asserting themselves. That's right, you tell him, mister. Banner of the illusions. Well, but enough, but right there, sir. I won't let you talk me down so easily. Perhaps the wine we drank was drugged, or perhaps it spread through this fog. It's probably some kind of mass hallucination. Just nod it over. Just slide it over in any event. It is the aim of the Kushan army to strike at the heads of the Holy See domain and throw our allied army into confusion. To fall so easily for such a transparent tactic is the height of folly. It is disgraceful behavior for an adherent. Or have all of you gathered here intend on the night before deployment to go trumpeting about elves and monsters, thus becoming a laughing stock of the soldiers? Indeed, what you say is true. I like that the father of the Vandimion family, he's awful, but he's also a very good manipulator. And he finds a way to gloss this over by just striking at the core of that society. And, you would celebrate the outcasts and believe them to be of power, or, do you want to embrace your roots and your heritage and just call it folly? He's clever. Well, it's pretty amazing reversal. In a way, I admire him. Yeah, it's pretty impressive how he got that crowd to just turn on a dime. Your old man sure is tough. Yes, I think so too. But he was afraid of her. All this reality is thrust before him, and as ever, he employs shock and awe. He is truly out of Magnifico's league. Yeah, I do like the fact that the mom's like, Magnifico, you thought you were going to pull one over your dad? I think this proves that it would not have worked. What do you two notice? Oh, illusion. Illusion, you say? Oh my God. Oh. So the emperor's like, oh, bitch, what? An apostle. Oh, there goes my hat. I'm going to find a way to pin this on for Shirk. Oh, guts. An apostle. Yes, of course. Oh. Hear me. I am Emperor Ganishka, the Great of the Kushan Empire. I have come to this place to declare a proclamation of war against you infidels. Those illusions you saw, know this, that they are the start of a nightmare without end this evening. Oh my God. Well, what was that? What good fire fog technology was that, you say? That scared me. Oh, I peed myself a bit. He was the same as those attacked at the mansion of the tree spirit, an inhuman demon. An apostle, and he's a ruler? Is he another one of his followers? No. Does that mean he's involved with this war? Yes. It's not like, If you continue on with your journey, you'll soon encounter the apostles again. And at that time, their commander will likely be... Well, here's the funny thing about it. It's like, yeah, you are going to encounter Griffith again, but he's going to be fighting an apostle, so it's a little bit more complicated. Guts, look, oh no, what now? The sky's red, a fire towards that harbor. Then it's true, the Kushan hear the damn thing's begun. No, don't burn all the ships down, we need a ship! We need a ship, damn it! No! The demon beast invasion. Oh, look, the harbor's on fire! No! A Kushan night attack, it's not an accident, what's going on? Oh, move, clear the way! Oh my God. Guard, what's going on here? We're on our way to figure that out ourselves. Move aside, it's hard enough to move through this fog. Oh my God, no! Not with the gators! No! Damn it! What are we gonna do? Monsters. Oh, shit. And this is like the vision they saw. Oh, my God. And more tigers. Oh, no. And then demons coming up from the, oh, my God, the ones that were made. Yep. The half-human ones. Oh, my God. Neat. Reporting. This is unconfirmed information, but in various parts of the city is bizarre. Well, there are reports of monsters appearing. Monsters? So it's true. Then what happened earlier was real. We can't stay here. We have to get our command post right now. The ship's going to burn before we can get aboard it. This presents a problem. We gots to plunder one in the confusion. What do we do? I like that Puck's a pirate there. Say, everyone, I've heard most of the situation from Farnese's brother. You're looking for a ship. What's your destination? I might be of service. Hey, Roderick! Who's he? You were there with me. He's Farnese's fiance, the bourgeois one. Oh, and Serpico. Oh, Roderick, don't worry. No, don't worry. What's with the girl? Just tell me your destination. Roderick's like, girl, you need to go with Serpico. You need to go. You also saved my life. So I like Roderick. I like him. Skellig Island. An elfin paradise. Elf hell. That thing on his head's talking. Skellig Island. Oh, wow. Actually based on the real ones. I've heard of it. At some port city at sea to the west, if I recall. Why not? I'll take you there on my ship. Oh, interesting. I wonder why Casca has that reaction to him. Why should she have that reaction? Really? Yeah, don't call me man. It's right on my way home. Oh, hey! But my ship is a warship, and a trip at sea will be a rough on women and children if you still wish to go. You're exactly what we need. Indeed. Oh, yeah! We did it! Oh, Shirk and Isidro high-fiving. That's so cute. Yes. But, are you sure a war is about to begin? He's like, bitch, you think I want to sit here and fight these gators? I just came here to deliver His Majesty's signed letter. My work is done. Roderick's like, I have no stake in this, so peace out, Girl Scout. Ith may be in the same religious sphere, but it's of a different sect. We have no obligation nor interest in shedding blood here for the people here. Oh my God, bitch, please. Oh, Roderick, you're getting carried away again. Well, why not? Look what happened to that plan of yours. I do feel like tossing out this engagement, don't you? But I don't feel like tossing out this engagement, do you? Well, no. I feel like maybe Casca is like, senses that they're being a little bit nefarious. Oh my God. I'd like to display some of my better qualities as a fiancé. Uh-huh. Oh my God! Guts sees right through it. Guts is like, are you for real? And then Roderick's like, oh, hey, I'm Roderick. It's nice to meet you, Chief. Guts is like, likewise, and thanks. Is Roderick sensing Guts as our bisexual king? Is Roderick like, you seem like you kind of might be into guys, depending on the person. I cannot. I feel like Roderick looked at Serpico and was like, no, you're only into ladies. Not a problem. And then, but he looked at Guts and was like, am I your type too? And Guts is like, well, no, but what? Let's be on our way. I'm anchored outside the harbor, but we can't have the ship burning down before we set sail. What about you, Magnifico? If you're going back to Brajou, I can give you a ride too. We cannot assume this reception hall is secure. I'll have all of us move to the city administration building. Thankfully, most of the leaders of each nation's army are here. We might as well turn the administration building into a command center. It's obvious I'll be censored if I stay here in Vertranis. I'll go away for now until things calm down. All right, I'll go too. Let's get out of the way here. Where is His Holiness the Pontiff? He was scheduled to arrive in Vertanis tonight, but his health faltered en route. Now he rests in a tent. Surely this is a divine guidance. A swift horse will be soon sent to warn him not to approach the city. You people, don't move from there! Your pardon, my lord, but this is no time for... Well, he's seen us, hurry! What are you scared of? You're looking rough, pal. Father. Let it go, girl, yeah. Good journey to you, Farnese. Not to mention Magnifico. Oh! Mama, girl! Mama's like, yeah, we're going to have this all taken care of. Don't you worry. Enemies got into the palace. The whole city's probably in an uproar, and there's this fog. Crossing it on foot would be faster than a carriage. On foot, but you don't know where we might come to cross some monsters in the city. Keep the fire burning. We've got some reliable companions if it comes to that. Oh, let jawline on Roderico. Hell yes. Leave it to us. We're pros, man. Pros. We said we're getting on a big ship, and we will. Yours more's like a pig ship. Oh, wait, what's this creature? Nice to meet you, Magnifico. I'm Puck. Oh my God, his face. He's like, oh. Just a moment, please. I wish to change clothes as I cannot run in these. Be thankful. In that case, I brought your silver shirt along as well as your knife. Good, yes. Sweet, no bodyguards around. Looks like this is simple. Once I sneak, oh hey, I object. I like Shirka's like, you're not going to go peep on her. It can't be helped. I'll leave this dress in exchange. I'll stand guard. Make it quick. A Vandimion behaving like a common thief. Might I ask you something? Sir Owen! Are you by chance the Raiders captain of the Band of the Hawk? Ooh, divine revelation. I am Owen, the former leader of Midland's Tomel Knights. Your appearance is considerably different, but I'm sure I remember you. I saw you several times on the battlefield. Abreast of the white hawk you rode, a young swordsman with a large sword on his back and eyes like a beast. Wow, that seems like so long ago! Captain of the Hawk Raiders, your name. Let it go. It's history now. We're in the middle of things, so I must ask you something. The Hawk. Where is Sir Griffith currently? I don't know. But I wish I... No. He says, was he about to say, I wish I knew? But then he changed his mind. She says she's done. How dare you sneak in when a woman is changing clothes? Always a sneak. It was so natural I didn't notice. I love that Shirk is bonking him in the head multiple times. Take care. He might be closer than you realize. Damn. It's so hard because Guts wants to go after Griffith because he hates him, but he knows that now's not the time. A Vandimion, a thief. With that dress, you could buy 10s of these outfits and still have change. Someone you know? Who's he? Those guys. He says he's looking for someone. I guess I look like somebody he used to know. Are gone now. Somebody that I used to know. The mist veils him. Like some momentarily passing glimpse of the sun. I want to believe. No, I want to believe. That it's not just the past or some illusion. That as in that revelation, one day those wings of light will sweep away the darkness covering our kingdom. Interesting. Yeah, it's so interesting because it's like we like to think of Griffith as the wings of light against the darkness and Guts as the darkness, but in some shape or form, I don't know if that's true, if it's actually Guts as the wings of light and Griffith is the darkness. It's like that duality playing off of itself. How is His Holiness's condition? Not very favorable. This is a long journey in his state. And at a time like this, of all times, His Holiness is quite old. This may well be his last outing. It grows increasingly urgent that we call together the Court Supreme and choose a candidate for the next pontiff. Perhaps the most prominent is, after all, Cardinal Poliziano, which is one of the Vandimion brothers. Quite a bit of a groundwork is already laid. He seems quite liberal, and his intemperance haunts him, to the detriments of his health. Yes, I see. Should his papacy Papacy, not long last long, let us consent to another candidate as well. And he can hear all of this. His holiness was, how shall I say, a moderate man. Compared to the pontiffs of the past, he accomplished nothing special that stood out. But at the same time, he never misgoverned to the point of censure. He was truly an adequate man. Are they going to give him a behelit and turn him into a demon? Worthless. Worthless. I've been reminded of lots of songs this volume. All those years that brought me to this age. This thought that would never finally disappear. That I've continually chanted in my mind like a curse. That this world is worthless. And that more than anything, I am worthless. Oh, well, dude, you are a ripe candidate for a behelit, it appears. I also kind of like this idea of that Miura is kind of exploring through this, of the idea that being adequate or being in the middle is frowned upon by society. And I feel like, you know, not to get political, but I feel like in a lot of modern day politics, it's become more and more extreme. And being towards the center or viewing things from two sides is frowned upon, as opposed to having like a stark extremist background. And we're kind of seeing that with Griffith versus the Kushan, of two very extremes against one another. And there's not really this middle ground, and Guts and his crew kind of represent that middle ground. So it's interesting. Ooh. Born into a distinguished family, I was raised, blessed by parental love and wanting for nothing. I passed my season of childhood without discontent, and I passed my youth without discontent. I grew into adulthood and never once embraced intense or anger or affection. Yeah, so it's like just having a normal life. To me, who longed not after others, the world was in some way very clearly equivalent to a painting, adorning a wall without any sense of real feeling. Interesting. And the painting is of the castle that Griffith goes after. Oh, I love the black and white, the shadows, the shadow of the Holy See emblem. The reason I devoted myself to the path of faith was because I had no interest in such a world. Never because I was seeking dialogue with God. Even my receipt of the holy title of Pontiff came of those who desired success, foiling each other or falling into the graves they themselves dug. The crown just happened to pass on to me, one who does nothing. It wasn't something I wanted. And then, you know, Miura is also talking about, like, the misfortune of inaction as well. Because this Pontiff, he's like, I just took this job because I didn't have to talk to people. I didn't have to engage in society. I was kind of above it by being in this role, but I didn't really want it. I just thought this was a way out, an escape. And Miura's kind of discrediting that. Even as Pontiff, I kept quiet and did what I was told. Never have I offered up prayer from my own heart. So he's just been like disingenuous his entire life. That's right. Because I've never once harbored a wish for others, or for myself that was worth praying for. Some pontiff I turned out to be. But now, enough. This vacant, tedious, idle lifetime will now end. There was no love, hatred, nothing. In the end, the divine hand of destiny was never held out to me. It was all a waste of time. Nothing but a stale chill. But once, just once. Oh my God, what's this? Oh my God, nope. I was like, something's gonna happen. A dream or else. Oh, but you secretly wanted, you had a desire. Is that, what are you? Has it been held out to me too? The divine hand of destiny? Oh, well, bitch. Yeah. I don't, it's weird. It's like Miura, you all say that Griffith is the Antichrist and that he's evil. Don't worry. We all believe it. But I'm like, Miura almost paints him not that. So I'm like, Miura, what we doing? And I know it's, you know, him reaching out because he had a desire. He wanted to make a difference, but something in my hand. Halt, who are you, children? What do you want at this hour? We've been entrusted with a message for His Holiness the Pontiff. A message? The Pontiff is here, is he not? Come on now, that's rude. His Holiness has only just now retired. If it's a message, we will relay it. Tell it to us. If you would grasp destiny in your hand, follow the guidance of the feathers of light. I think. What nonsense. Go home. I don't mind. Show them inside. But Holiness, it will harm your... You heard what he said. Hey! And there's Mule and Sonia in their armor and such. Aren't these supposed to be the evil people? Aren't these supposed to be the villains? And I know Sonia and Mule are just being used by Griffith, but for all of y'all saying that y'all hate Griffith and such, I'm like, I do too, but I don't think Miura does. I don't know if Miura hates him. I don't know. We've not really seen any... Oh, there he is. This old guy is the one. For the love of... Feathers of light, show a little courtesy. Like this? We humbly beg your pardon for suddenly calling on you at a night like this. We've come here with orders to bring your highness back to our lord. You two aren't messengers from Vertanis? No, sir. Oh, enough of this! His Holiness the Pontiff will proceed from here to Vertanis. He must administer important sacred rites at the deployment ceremony for the Holy See Alliance forces. You're a messenger from we know not whom, and you think you can simply accept the word of such children in the truth? I'm definitely of the same opinion. What is he thinking with this, Lord Griffith? Is this really going to work? It's going to work, don't you worry, that's me talking. Interesting. Well, guards, throw him out. Nay. As they've said, let's depart immediately. Yeah, Griffith, she's like, see? Because Sonia knows that Griffith's influenced him, right? I forbid anyone to contradict me at all on this matter. It's my holy command as Pontiff. Well, Holiness, what in the world has come over you? Reporting urgent news just arrived. Vertanis has fallen under a surprise Kushan attack and is now a state of combat. It is requested that His Holiness from the Pontiff remain in this place and under no circumstances approach the city. What? The holy signs are coming together. Interesting. It's like they're pointing out the path of destiny. But it's all been pre-selected. This was all an inside job. Griffith has planned this whole shit together, and they're all falling for it. Who knew that only now, when my flame of life is truly close to going out, His Holiness, that my life would be given meaning. Now, lead me where you will, guides of the feathers of light. There's been a divine revelation. Griffith is going to make this man into an apostle. Griffith is slowly working to get all of the chess pieces in his favor to become the king of Midland. He has the Kushan. I mean, at this point, if we're looking at what Griffith's doing, at this point, he has all of Midland. And there goes my hat. There goes my hat. He has all of Midland against the Kushan. Which, for the record, the Kushan are literally the only forces right now outside of Guts and our troop that are a threat to Griffith. So, of course, he's like, well, I need to get rid of the one force that can cause problems for me. So in order to do that, I need to first get Midland against the Kushan to be able to do any means necessary to wipe them out. I mean, that seems pretty obvious. That's how a lot of wars work, where you get a people isolated as the outside, as the oppressed, as the inhuman, and people are suddenly, because they've been attacked or they feel emotionally against that party, they're like, well, yeah, we'll do whatever means necessary to wipe them out. And so not only that, but the Pontiff, who can rally the people behind Griffith, is being personally catered to by him. Griffith preys on people that are weak. He preys on people that need a light. They need a divine intervention. And Miura is just targeting that. And he's like, well, I'll make you an apostle and give you some power. I'll do like I did with Father Mosgus and let you taste it. And then see where we go from there. The thing is, I think Sonia knows exactly what's going on, or she believes it's good. I think Mule is still skeptical and is not, Mule's on a need-to-know basis. So we'll see where that goes, but City of Demon Beasts, Part 1. Meanwhile, we got to get out of here. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Don't falter. You mustn't fall back. Defend this area with your lives. This is Kushan magic trickery. Don't be fooled by it. Yeah, I don't think that these are illusions, to be honest. Nope. And they have, like, horn weapons to, like, gouge people's eyes out. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. These are no tricks. No. Ooh. Reinforcements, you could say so. We sure didn't get very far. Another new species? I apologize. With the city in such disorder, it's difficult to read odd. Fine, we'll just force our way through. Oh my God. And the shields with the eyes. Guts is like, fine, we'll just carve a path out. We don't really have another choice. Who is that man? He killed all those monsters in one stroke. Guts, be careful. If you aren't, your armor's power will. This is nothing compared with when I was fighting Serpico. Oh, Serpico's like, should I feel flattered? Yeah, I think we'll jump in too. With caution. Are you sure about this? That gut swordman is one thing, but those two, and one's a kid. I think it'll be all right. This happens all the time. Trust me, this is kind of like commonplace for our group. Here it comes, master and student attack. Oh, Puck's back to his normal self. Puck Spark. Okay, all right, Isidro. Follow me, Padawan. Whatever. He flew. He cut them down without touching. The enemy burst into flames. What the? Well, it's dummy. It's magic, of course. Magic! Use my snakes. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Magic. Farnese, just what are you people? Shirk, Ivalera, and servants. Guts. Oh. Ooh. Oh, yep, got that one that was controlling them. We nearly finished them all off, though. Took long enough, Witch. Come on, let's get going. Let us be going, then. If we delay, we may be attacked by enemies again. We did the attacking, though. Your sister and her crew are incredible. A witch in the family? Oh, please. I think that's the last you need to be worried about. Forget being afraid of fighting these monsters. They seem used to it. Who are they? Well, it's a long story. And here's what Shirk saw. Horrible. This really is like a battlefield. Just like that girl Sonia showed me. I like she's covering her mouth like from the stench of death and blood. If we get past those storehouses, we'll be at the harbor. Let's hurry before things get worse. Oh, crap. Well, you spoke too soon, Roderick. You spoke too soon. Oh, my God. Oh, no. We saw this earlier. Shit. The elephant beast. Oh, holy hell. It's another one. What is that? Well, there was more than one then. Oh, my God. Yes, we've seen it before. Oh, my God. And they're riding tigers? What? This is a bit of a problem. Oh, my God. Yep, we've been through this song and dance before. You take the small ones, I'll kill the big ones. But Guts, it's no problem. But if it comes down to it, do your thing. All right. She's like, I understand. Let's get started. Oh, my God. City of Demon Beasts Part 2. Serpico's like, well, it seems a little bit, you know, I'm fighting against all these and you got one, but I get it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, nice, Serpico. You got to kill the tigers and then you got to kill the demons too. Oh, Isidro. Wow. I love when Miura does like in motion shots like that. Oh. Well, behind you. Fiancé, dude. My name is Roderick. It'd be better to keep safe, to keep quiet and keep back if you say so. But we can't have that. It looks bad when a princess protects a knight. Oh, honey. Get some modernity there. Got to do it with style if you're a man. I agree. I mean, Miura, I think a princess can protect a knight. It's totally fine. You can let this happen. Where's the safe place? Magnifico, meanwhile, is like, no, let the princess save me. Oh, Oh, Shirk! Behind me. Right. We've never had this kind of character. Honestly, yeah, Magnifico is fresh compared to everybody else. Just listen to what the girl says. Know your place. All right, what we got? What we got here? We're getting towards the end. It's going to leave us on a damn cliffhanger, isn't it? Oh, okay, Guts. All right, all right. All right. Thought so. This thing's outrageously tough and dense. Even if it got close and called on this. And of course, he's like, stay down. Guts, he's like, stay down, boy. Down, boy. Oh, Guts, dodge it. Guts. That man was crushed. No. Oh, bitch, please. Guts, when did he? In order to climb the stairs, he intentionally let himself be attacked and pushed inside the building. Yes, I love overcome that beast. Control your urges. Yes, please. Have Shirk as a backup, but oh, he's in trouble. Oh, flip. Oh my gosh. And then fire the cannon into it. Yes. Yes, please. Oh, come on now. Oh. Is he a monster? He's reckless as ever, although the flying is my forte. Some would say, we ain't got time for this. The ship's gonna burn. We've got to wrap this up quick. And that's going to be the damn end of the volume. Oh my God! So we've got some things to look at. I want to look at the... Okay, so volume 28's cover, I love. I love volume 28's cover so much. It's really, really good. Just the camera here. I love the... It's honestly, I think Miura's covers are better when they're just simple. Like a simple cover, simple background. Sometimes covers for manga get too busy. There's too many elements. Like volume 26's cover, for example, it's too busy. I'm like, it's cool, but it's too much. This is like big bright moon, blue background. The blue makes the red pop. It makes the black look really cool. I love the volume 28 cover. And then we have, I've seen volume 29's cover. It's good. It's simple. The red cape with guts kind of being like the black and red, like the blood with the beast of darkness. Love it. And then volume 30. This one, it's starting to get a little busy, but it's all right because he's basically stabbing the eye of that monster. A very spoilery cover though, if you came into that volume not knowing what was going to happen. All right. All right. But still, I like it. Do we have anything else on that side? Nope. I do want to look at, there were some posters at the front that I didn't look at because I was like, these seem like they might be spoilery. So let's see what those are. Let's just check those out. Oh, wow. Okay. So the boy in the moonlight. The boy in the moonlight. That is a crazy, crazy poster. And on the other side, is all of them going up at sea. Nice. That's cute. I like that. The mystery of that boy in the moonlight. Oh, is this Farnese? Oh, I love it. I love how she looks so pretty there. I love that we get the color of her dress. Nice. And the blues and purples. Really pretty. And on the opposite end, Ivalera. Look at Ivalera with the shells. And she's pink. That's so cute. I actually really like that. And Puck's in the shell. You can't say, I'll try to get it. Puck's in the shell. Oh, that's so cute. I actually really like that one. That one's a nice poster. Serpico. I love that his is like the muted with the moonlight and the muted like lavender tones. Oh, wow. And then the damn tiger and the Kushan demons. Oh, these are actually really good posters. I really like those. Nice. I love it. I love kind of the oil pastel look from them, which I'm assuming is intentional. Nice. Oh, so wow, this volume went by really quickly. So I liked honestly, I'm losing my hat. I'm gonna have to pin this down forevermore. So, one, I really, really like that the battle between Serpico and Guts, I like how it ended in that it speaks a lot for Guts' character and how he's grown, in that he didn't just... Guts in this volume shows his growth a lot. So he's not just in a bloodlust the entire time. We are seeing Guts slowly but surely come around. Like when Sir Owen called to him being like, aren't you going to go find Griffith? And Guts is like, no, because I don't care about Griffith right now. That's not the important thing. He's like, no, Skull Knight warned me. He's like, you can't do both. So I'm going to focus on Casca. I'm going to focus on everybody else. I know I can't reach Griffith right now, so whatever. And he's like, no, that's in the past. We're done. We're not going to mess with it. And I can see some people arguing that, you know, for Guts to want the old Casca back, that's going back to that past. But we've already talked about that. I think that in that situation, it's valid. But it also makes sense for him not to care about Griffith right now. He's like, look, I've got to look after my people. Griffith is the last person on my mind, which is such a contrast from the pre-Eclipse Guts, right? But also Guts not only saying that him being able to control the Berserker armor in just a few short volumes is really good. I mean, obviously I think he's going to still struggle with it, especially if we get around Griffith. But for now, good. Because he shouldn't have to depend on Shirk the entire time. I like Shirk as a backup, but I like that he doesn't like necessarily depend on her, right? But I liked that. I liked that he helped save Serpico, and he calls it luck, but it's like he is slowly changing, right? Honestly, I think the biggest thing for me was for Farnese and her arc. I fully expected her to have like the stamping down my foot, father, you did this kind of like proclamation of independence. But I kind of like how this was handled. It wasn't as I expected, but it kind of was surprising that not only did the dad, it makes sense for the father's character. The father is terrified of her. So if he just lets her go, no skin off his back. And the mom, I think, supports it because she knows that's what Farnese actually wants. And Farnese gets to have her independence of being her own person and choosing to leave and not stay there. And she gets to do it without doing like kind of the cliche or stereotypical like, father, I'm going to stand up to you speech, which I was expecting. But I kind of like the way that Miura subverted this a little bit. It makes more sense and it works with the story really well. I also really like Roderick. I honestly thought Roderick in this volume was going to die, and he may end up dying. I hope they get on that ship before he dies so they can finally, if they don't make it to a ship, y'all, I'm gonna be crushed. But I'm like, they've worked so hard to make it this far to this damn ship. I really hope that Roderick at least lives to get on the ship with them, right? But I like Roderick's character a lot. He's very much like, well, I ain't going to stay here and fight this war for other people. No, thank you. I like his character a lot. I like how open-minded he is towards Farnese, and he keeps Magnifico going with them. I like that he's just kind of giving a cheeky week at Guts, being like, hey, if you ain't busy and, you know, you ever need some extra time. Let's be real. Roderick and Magnifico are totally gay. Let's be real. I have been around friends who are homosexual my entire life. I somewhat have a radar, and yes. Or at least bisexual. Guts is our bisexual king, so we can go with that. But I also like that. I like that Shirk has, you know, more confidence, and she's helping out Guts and also feels more confident around Guts and at ease that he's not going to go berserk. Ba-dum-chi. Serpico was amazing in this volume. He looked great. He had so many good moments. I was really happy for him. I'm happy. This whole arc has given Serpico and Farnese some character development, which is great. Casca was there. So she's just hanging out, doing her thing. Isidro too has grown a little bit too. I like that this volume has helped Isidro kind of realize what it means to become a swordsman. And he's not only just seeing it from Mule's perspective back last volume, but he's also getting some hints from Guts as well. Now, this whole thing, this political agenda is a thing, right? It is very clear now that the whole goal of this operation was not necessarily to flush out Guts and the others, although I'm sure that Griffith would love to get his hands on a witch, especially one that could work for him and not against him. But I feel that the whole mission this volume was not to flesh out Guts and the others. I don't think Griffith cares at this point what they're going to do, because Griffith doesn't believe Guts can do anything to him. And Griffith may know that he can't do anything to Guts, so the more he can keep Guts and Casca away from him, the better. But I feel like all of this is basically to get all of Midland on his side, and then to wipe out the Kushan, which are his only real source of competition at this point, and then just rule and combine the realms and then go from there. Is seemingly what he's doing, because he's getting the Holy See and the Pontiff on his side. I have no doubt he's going to make that man into apostle. He is preying on the weak-minded, and that man is one of them. And I feel like he's using Sonya and Mule, who are very unsuspecting, and they don't realize they're being used, which is a nice callback to, you know, pre-Eclipse, because the Band of the Hawk didn't really... I feel like with the Band of the Hawk, some of them knew they were being used, but they were okay with it because they thought it was going to benefit them, and then the eclipse happened, and they all died. And here, you have Sonya and Mule, who I believe they know they're being used, or maybe suspect of it, but they're okay with it because just like with the original Band of the Hawk, they're getting something out of it that's benefiting them. So they're like, oh, I'm fine with you using me. But then it's like, okay, well, is Griffith going to get to the point, though, where he doesn't need you anymore, and he's fine with you being killed because he's a demon? We don't know. I would really like for Mule and Sonya to realize this before their deaths, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know. But it's so fascinating to me that Miura, he frames Griffith in such this positive light, but we all, as the audience, can kind of see beneath the curtain is translucent, and we can kind of see the demon behind it. And I'm hoping nobody reading this has forgotten all of the bad things Griffith has done. I'm like, hey, I'm assuming none of you have. I sure haven't. So it makes it very uncomfortable and weird to see people like Sonya and Mule being used by him because they think that they're doing good things. And it's like, nope, not at all. But yeah, so I don't know. I might cosplay as Shirk next week when we do volume 31. The wig doesn't bother me at all. It's just this hat has got to be pinned down or it will keep falling off. But I really liked volume 30. I was a little bit worried what this ball was going to end in. It was a lot bloodier than the last one, but I was going to say less arsony, but then we have a harbor on fire, so never mind. I'm curious what Sir Owen is going to go back and tell Sir Laban. I'm curious if Owen's going to be like, wow, I found the former raider of Griffith, but he doesn't seem to be very pro-Griffith anymore, and if Laban's going to be like, well, should we do something about that? I feel like the really cool thing about all of this is as we go through, Guts has had an impact on everybody he's encountered. And it's one of those things where Guts doesn't quite realize the influence that he's had on these people, but it's sort of like a small domino effect. The fish leaping through the water is slowly creating ripples that's affecting other people. And I wonder if Owen and Laban will avoid being brainwashed by Griffith because of this knowledge. If Foss will be, because Foss has always been afraid of Griffith, so he of course would be like, not brainwashed. And if Sonya and Mule can get away from it too. I don't know. We still have quite a ways to go. But in any case, I'm excited to hear your thoughts down below. I'm curious to see what you think, but I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'll be back real soon with volume 31 of Berserk. Bye. Ciao.